I'm Nandini Vaidyanathan.
Hi, I am Dominique here.
We met on Tinder, okay, and I right-swiped him because he said he's a Michelin star. And I thought, oh wow, given my passion for cooking, maybe I can learn a lot from this man. I didn't know we'd end up in a relationship, but there it is. I think the most important thing, finding December love, finding love at this stage of your life. The biggest upside of that is that you can be totally self-indulgent with each other. You can be totally absorbed in each other. There are no other priorities. Yes, of course, he has his work, I have my work. There are a whole lot of things that are happening. But everything that we want to give each other, we can give, no holds barred. I think that is the most beautiful thing about December love.
I am Dominique here. I am coming in. I come in India to 2.5 years for working. Only for working. I have a big love for this country because it's very beautiful. I like food. I like Indian food. It's a big pleasure to cooking in India. Now I am a F&B director. I have a lot of duty. In lockdown, I stay alone in resort, and my boss live in France just before lockdown, and I tell it's not possible. I can't stay alone, and my boss tell go to Tinder. You can making meet. I tell no, it's not possible. Go to Tinder. I am 58 year old. What you want? I go to Tinder. Go to Tinder. I go to Tinder, and a lot of ladies see me. I am a sexy man. I am beautiful, and a lot of ladies, I want meet with you. I want meet with you. I want meet with you. What is you? How many year old? 21st year old. Oh, you can be my daughter. What you want? Oh, please, I want to see you. No. I said, okay, Tinder is not good. And one day, one beautiful lady sent me message. What is this lady? Where she come from? Bangalore? Where is Bangalore? And I discussed. After 1 hour, we discussed with WhatsApp because Tinder is good, but WhatsApp is person better, yes, thank you. And we discussed, and Nandini tell me, see my Google.
Google me.
I say Google. Oh, what is this lady? This lady making conference. This lady have a lot of charisma. Charisma is good.
Oh, charisma is good.
Charisma. Then, oh my God, this is lady. And I discussed with Nandini. We discussed 1 hour, 2 hours. And after, right, okay. Morning, I am first for send the message because I think all night, I want to discuss with this lady. I'm first for send the message.
Correct,
you did,
yes.
And we discuss, and no discuss for I want you, I want me too. We discuss we discuss same, we know us for
a
long time. It's very good, and I appreciate this, and my heart is open for Nandini.
Okay.
Yeah.
About myself, my corporate background, 20 years in 63 different countries, lived and worked out of 63 countries in pretty much all the large MNCs. Came back to India mid-2000 and started my journey as an entrepreneur, mentor, teacher. So the last 13, 14 years has been running my company Karma, where we mentor entrepreneurs. In all of this, was there an overriding passion for cooking? The answer is yes. In fact, you'd find it very strange. In the early days of my marriage, when I was married, everybody used to ask my ex-husband, saying, "Oh, you guys must be living out of takeaways," because I think, given how I dress and given that I had a very successful corporate career, I think most people assumed that I must be a lousy homemaker, a lousy wife, a lousy mother, and of course, I possibly wouldn't have a clue to cooking, none of which was a fact. And although I don't know when this whole obsession with cooking started, but I think it had something to do with the guys either I was living with or married to, who were all big foodies, and I kind of started enjoying the attention that food brought to me, good cooking brought to me, and that's how this whole thing happened. And so I right-swiped him because he said he's a Michelin star, and I thought, oh wow, given my passion for cooking, maybe I can learn a lot from this man. I didn't know we'd end up in a relationship, but there it is. I've been on Tinder almost 3 years, okay, and I have made the most amazing friends, absolutely amazing friends. I didn't go on Tinder to find a relationship, boyfriend, soulmate, husband, none of that. I went on Tinder to see if, my biggest peeve with men is that the moment they cross 40, they all start behaving as if, they have begun to count the chariots in their funeral procession. I didn't want that. I wanted to find a zestful guy, a guy who was saying there were a lot of things in my bucket list. I couldn't do any of them before because career took priority, family took priority, raising kids took priority, making money took priority. But now all that is done and dusted. I want to be able to live life on my terms, do things I want to do, however ridiculous, however outrageous, however out of the ordinary they are. I wanted to meet a guy like that because that's exactly how I am. And you know that, Deepthi, okay? That's my, what should I say? Free spirit, footloose and fancy free. That's my anthem, right? So, meeting Dominique, I think possibly two things happened. Even when I met Dominique, it's not that we started conversation with the idea of a relationship. But I think for both of us, lockdown made us isolated. Lockdown made us yearn for a good companion. Somebody with whom both of us had pretty much everything else in life. And it's not so much that there was a void or an emptiness, but I think it was more that, like Jan always says, dil mange more. So why not have sigma more if that can enrich our lives? The one thing I do want in the guy I'm going to fall in love with is that I want him to be a drama queen as much as I am.
No, it's not for this.
He said, let's get on a video call. And I said, no, I haven't had a haircut. We aren't getting on a video call till I have a haircut. So we started conversation on 13th April. May 17th, I had a haircut. And May 18th, I had a video call with him. And truth to tell, up until then, I used to wonder because his English was not great. His English is much better now. That time, because he was not used to speaking to people, it wasn't great. And I used to think, my God, how do we even communicate? His English is poor, my French is poorer, so how the hell are we going to communicate? But on the video call, for the first time I realized, to be expressive, you don't need a language.
First day, imagine first day, video call is start, and me, I have a flower bouquet and this is for you.
On the video call, he brought me a bouquet of flowers.
We're making same, different video call,
Yes.
only for pleasure to be together.
He in Jaipur and me in Bangalore on the video call. So concoctions has been in my head for a very, very, very long time. And I coined the term concoctions because I'm not a recipe-driven cook, you know. And I always thought people who are who cook beautifully based on recipe have their place in the world. But if you don't know how to cook beautifully based on recipe, you can still find your place in the sun, and you can still be an avant-garde cook, just the way I am. Okay, and that's how I wanted to open a restaurant called Concoctions. But I didn't, go ahead with it because opening a restaurant would mean getting stuck and stuff like that. And you know how footloose and fancy free I am, how I love traveling, how I up and disappear when I feel like. So that's what made me say, okay, no restaurant. But and my best friend Janki and Nandini, my daughter, always used to say, one day the answer will come to you. One day you will know what to do with concoctions. I think Dominic and I started chatting during lockdown. He was in Jaipur and I was in Bangalore, obviously. And after we swiped each other on Tinder and we started the initial footsie parlaying, as I call it. Somewhere along the way, I think day 2 or day 3, Dominic asked me, I want to do a book. I want to do an Indo-French fusion book. Would you be interested in doing it with me? And I remember even at that time thinking, yeah, we're back to concoctions. Of course, it wasn't until, let's say, about a month ago that concoctions could manage to take a more concrete shape. After Dominic and I started living together, first in Bangalore and then I moved to Jaipur to be with him, set up this beautiful apartment. We have a beautiful home kitchen. After all that, and we started cooking together, is when we figured that the book really was a reality. And last night, and we're launching our website today. My birthday coincides with Concoctions' birthday. We're launching it today. And Dominic, in his typical French fashion, said to me last night, oh, in 2 months we made a baby. So, other people take 9 months, but in 2 months you and I made a baby. And we will make 6 more babies this year. Okay? And then 1 month we will take off. We will take rest. That's how concoctions happen.
And no, I don't imagine this. After discussion, long time, I know what I want. I know what you want. And this is concoction. Every day, our life now is a concoction.
Correct.
Your love for me, my love for you is concoction. When you are 58 years old, you don't want proof. Proof is good. Proof. You don't have what you want proof. You are a man. You want send. You love.
Power. What he's saying is power.
Power. Yes. What I want send a long time. I tell you. I want send you my tenderness because I think one man is not possible. Is living alone. You don't can living alone. Nobody can living alone. One dog, you don't can stay alone. Nobody. One bird, you don't can stay alone. And when you don't send tenderness, love, you stay inside. And one day, you have a person is coming and you send all. And after you send because you very happy. You have one person in your life. You know is this person you want. I don't know how you know, but you know. And when you are young, what you want? You want to receive. You want to receive. You send for receive. Now I want send because my ear is open. What is my priority? I like my job, but I know I like my job, but I love the person she's living with me.
So we do everything, whatever is possible in the day. We do a lot of things together, and I mean, I'm guessing that's what companionship is all about, right? And I think it also helps that we don't speak the same language. We haven't had any arguments because of that.
One question is very important. How is possible love after 60 years old?
Okay.
My God. You know, before 60 years old, no. When you are 20 years old, what you want? You tell, wow, this lady is very beautiful.